Dwight, is that you?
Ava.
I'm sorry to call. I know I've got no right, but I need to see you. Tonight. Please, Dwight, don't hang up. Please.
She keeps talking. Like an idiot. I keep listening. Ava. Damn. I should tell her to go to hell.
I'm a narcissist.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Today's video is going to be the allure of the toxic woman. Now, I recently did a video that why men lie about the women that they are seemingly attracted to, but they give attention to, but they say they want another type of woman. Now, bear in mind, I see women do the same damn freaking thing. They'll say, oh, I want a stable, successful guy, or, well, minus the success thing. I want a guy to treat me nice, a nice guy, a nice human being, and you will see them pick the most toxic or the ones that are like comedians trying to make them laugh every second of the day, performing monkeys basically. Look, I don't mind giving a woman a good time, but at the same time, I'm not I should not feel like it's my job to entertain her. Unless if she's also entertaining me. Is she also good company? Is she stressing me out? Is she always complaining? That's somewhere where a lot of women go wrong. I noticed this happens with women once they get older, once their priorities change, like maybe they picked a man that was that had like potential, that was a good person, but once they get older and they start feeling like, hey, I deserve more, um, want to get the bag. I want more money. I want to live the lavish lifestyle. They start listening to their friends. That's when the things will go off the rails. And as a man, you can never see it coming because it happens slow and steady. And that woman that you met earlier that said that she loved you, she would never do this to you, she's now doing those same things right there. Okay, so basically, the toxic woman, she that may not apply exactly to the toxic woman, but however, though, that woman that was a certain way could turn toxic later. And there's many reasons for that. Maybe she was a covert narcissist. Maybe she was hiding her true self from you. And I believe a lot of people do this. I believe a lot of times when people get into relationships with people, they don't show their true selves. They are showing a version of themselves that they think that you would like. And then once you get into it with them, that's when or once they feel like they have you, that's when the real them starts to come out. And a lot of times then they don't care, they don't have no respect, They're not doing those kind of things that they was doing. This happens to both men and women. So not no one gender can claim like only you do it, because you do it too. Anyway, I have some examples of the lore of the toxic woman. I'm going to play Repkin's Fish. He's the guest star on here. I'm going to play a clip of his. And this is where men just have to be more honest with themselves about this. Not all men, because not all men fall for this bait, but a lot of us do. Otherwise, it would not. Otherwise, OnlyFans and Instagram models would not be making that much money, or they would not be getting that much attention.
Because toxic women are exciting.
She's going to be more fun. She's got to look good and be a bit unhinged. And I think my problem is I like a good looking, slightly unhinged chick. So I could admit to a degree what my problem is, and I know it's not healthy for me. I know it. It took me a long time to realize it, but I know it now. However, are toxic women more exciting? Yes, until you die.
Spicy.
You get stressed out. I don't know, she raises your blood pressure or something. Broad gives you a stroke. She makes you want to top yourself. And that means to unlove yourself. You get the point.
Because toxic women are exciting.
Yeah, that's when the toxic becomes crazy. Yeah? Yeah, so, yeah.
I can fix that.
Toxic women are fun, but you kind of have to be built for them, man. Yeah, you have to be built for them. Even if you like them, you have to be built for them.
That's just a fact. Part of toxicity is exciting. I'd rather skydive with her. But if you have toxic women, just understand that all monsters are feeding off of something. And if you find out what this toxic woman is feeding off of, you can just begin to turn off her feeding points.
But what if she's feeding off you? What if she's, look, all right, I get his point. But if a chick is toxic and narcissistic, she could potentially be feeding off you as well. You could be her source of fuel for her toxicity. You know? It could be other dudes. You could be one of many dudes. You're getting ran along like some side piece man whore.
Respect me.
Oh, let me stop. Toxic women are fun for a reason. They lack morals, empathy, and sanity.
And it drives a toxic person crazy, and they'll get away from you.
Wow. Well, that's kind of insane. I don't think you can point out exactly what fuels a toxic person easily. I mean, sometimes it could be just them starting, like, okay, like when you come in and a woman just starts complaining. That's a toxic trait right there. Okay, because what she wanted done to her. And obviously is some things that's on her mind. But obviously she is like poking you. I do think when it gets to that extent, I do think the man doesn't want the toxicity. I think the only time that the toxicity is kind of addicting is when a woman plays this type of game of showing you her soft side, her vulnerable side, her I need you, I'm a damsel in distress type of thing, and then going nuclear. That tilting point back and forth when she gets consistently on the toxicity, and I would assume that with the men too, you start wanting to you start constantly wanting to break away from that. Now, if they time it well, they can suck you back in like this.
I order up a ginger ale and stare at it for the better part of an hour. She's late, like she always was. And like always, she's worth the wait.
Dwight, how long has it been? 4 years?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Have a seat.
So many times I wanted to call you. found myself thinking about you. Constantly.
I've got places to go. How about you just tell me what you want?
Don't be cold. I don't think I could stand that right now.
I'm a narcissist.
That right there. And that's how she will get you. So, if you are a man, and I've been in situations like this, I'm like fuming, I'm heated, I'm mad at this woman. And the only thing that she has to do, if I still have feelings for her, is for her to lay down and purr and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I did that to you. I don't know what to do, type of thing. Look, I'm saying, look, I understand that you men that are like bad boys or badasses and things like that, you usually don't fall for this type of thing. But so I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the normal dudes or the dudes that's like in the middle, because I'm not really a good guy, but because I can be bad. But most people see my good guy persona because I like you. I'm in a good mood. But when I don't like you, when I'm in a bad mood, yes, I can be something else at times. So even if you are a guy that's like in the middle like that, still this woman right here could be the death for you. Okay. So despite what those men say, like, okay, don't unfollow, don't block those women. Yo, if that woman can get under your skin like that, it's no sense faking the funk. You need to like get as much separation from you and her once you understand what's going on, especially when she can play that game right there, because she's not always like that. She is like that woman that I forget the actress's name that laughed and said that she's a narcissist. Like, look, a lot of people will get angry at that, but see, in this world that we live in, I value honesty. So if she's going to say that, even if she's saying that in a joking thing, because I would not say a negative thing about myself unless if in some kind of way I did not believe it was true. So if a woman would say, oh, she's joking, or she's joking saying that, no, I'm telling you dead serious if you say something like that right there. So you have to, especially when women, okay, because women have told me before, like, I'm not good for you. Or either I remember an ex of mine was saying, like, I'm not a good person. I'm not in, and I'm wondering, like, what is she talking about? Okay, I understand now. If a woman's ever saying something like that with you, she's telling you the truth, and she probably cheated on you. She probably did some damaging things that if you knew, you would leave that woman on zero. But once again, this is what happens when you don't cut off all communication and you still have feelings for that woman.
I must still mean something to you. You came here, you must still care.
Sure. You called and I came running. You still got that much of a hold on me. Maybe you always will. But I got no reason at all to be nice to you.
I guess I deserve that.
Let's not screw around. I'm here. I'm listening. Just tell me what the hell it is you want.
There's only one thing I want from you, and I want it so desperately I could scream. I want you to forgive me.
So you've got a conscience after all. Fine. I forgive you. You got your wish. Go home. Sleep tight.
You're right about me. I'm a selfish slut who threw away the only man she ever loved. But I was wrong.
Good one. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night.
I'm in hell, Dwight. It's worse than you can imagine.
You made your bed, sleep in it.
Forgive me, darling, I beg you. I love you.
No.
Gotcha.
I'm a narcissist.
I mean, shit. look, I have to be honest. Some women have got me like that, man. They have got me like that, especially the person I was with the longest. And not to say that she was a narcissist. I do think she had narcissistic traits, and me being with her, I picked up narcissistic traits. Uh, because I look at the person I used to be way back when, and yeah, I didn't have some of the traits that I have now. In a way, I'm glad I do, because that way I don't put up with too much bullshit or something. That's one good thing about narcissistic traits. You don't put up with too much from people. Now, the only thing though is when you have narcissistic traits, you start using and abusing people, and fortunately that goes against my mantra of treat people how I want to be treated. And I guess I should credit my mom with that, because I'm thinking that's the person that beat it in the most, and maybe my grandfather to a degree. So because of that, it's certain things I might think of, but I will not be able to do. But the one thing that can happen is if she does something grimy or dirty to me, then I will do it to her. That's why I would probably say, except like hitting or like physically hurting or something. Because once again, that goes against one of my things too of not doing to a woman. But I say before, if a woman's flirting on me, and most of these women will be flirts, okay, and then come into your lap and act like nothing happened. But if she flirts on me, then I'm going to flirt on her. And then once again, it becomes a game. So if you notice your woman is like this, just leave her alone, because you have you have only two options. Well, three options. Why can I? Three options. You can either stay and ignore it in hopes it goes away, and no, it's just going to get worse, because she's going to get more emboldened doing that. And yes, this goes the same way if you are with if you're a woman with a man that's really flirtatious and mingling with women. He's going to keep overstepping his bounds. Okay, I gave you women a kudos right there. But you can stay and ignore it. Two, what I usually would do is I'm going to do it back to them to show them how it feels. Because most of the time, people that do things don't like when it's done to them. That includes all things most of the time. Like if a person flirts, most of the time they don't like a person flirting on them. And even if a person is in an open relationship and is down for it to a certain degree, it's still a fear in the back of their head, destiny, that what if that person that they are with, what if they are better than me? What if they make her feel what I can't make her feel? Will she leave me? See, that's a risk right there. So, and then of course it's three, which is probably the best thing to do. Just leave abruptly. Like, don't wait to hear the explanation. Uh don't don't try to find out the reason why, because it happened. The damage is done. Now, once again, going back to, if you know this toxic woman and you do not block all interests to you, this right here can happen. And most men are going to fold. Because I probably would fold too. If my type of woman, even if she was driving me nuts, ended up in a position like this.
Get out of here.
No.
Put your clothes back on and get out of here now.
No. You had your chance. I would have stayed away, but you came for me. You still want me. And I'm yours now. Tonight.
Get out of my life once and for all. Rob.
Or you as a man is going to jail. pass go, do not collect your $200. Now, that's where a lot of men make that mistake when you're dealing with these toxic women, because you're going to go overboard and really hurt them, and then is no other choice but society to side with them, to want to comfort them, because you either deleted them, almost deleted them, or brutally hurt them. So I would tell all men that, well, especially a man that has the weakness for them, that, and bear in mind, just like those toxic men that get women, they're not toxic right off the bat. Some of them are, but they do that seesaw thing of being toxic, then being nice, being sorry, being relatable. You seeing flaws in them. If you have any empathic type of traits in you, like me, unfortunately, I will see some good in them, because they'll do something. Okay, they'll do something like an Angelina Jolie. She kind of stole Brad Pitt from Jennifer Aniston. Not stole, because obviously Brad Pitt is a grown man. He made that decision to cheat with her. But however, she knew that she knew that he was in a relationship with Jennifer Aniston. And yet she still played ball, and then she still got down. Now, at the same time, she's over across the world. Sorry, feeding the homeless, being a philanthropist, and she's doing good deeds, but yet she's doing 304 activities. So I believe in a lot of cases, people that are toxic like this, they have that dynamic of being good and bad together. And you can't overlook the good, because you're like, wow, that person did that. They can't be all bad, but yet they are bad. Well, especially in a relationship. I think some people are just not meant to be in relationships because they are just toxic. But there are also like, okay, I always look at like this. There are some people that are great basketball players, like a Allen Iverson or Michael Jordan. Like, they are great at their craft. But to meet them in person as a human being, they may not be a good person. So usually I separate that with those sports athletes or sports heroes I have. I have no desire to ever meet them in real life, because I know they will disappoint me, because they do that so well, but that doesn't mean that they're a great person. The same way a person might be a real good person, but they might suck at sports. They might be real awkward talking to people, but yet they have a good heart, a good soul. And that's what should matter. But unfortunately, it doesn't, because even I am susceptible to how a woman looks. But at least now I have enough experience to be like, okay, well, she looks good, but she's going to be a headache in the future because of these certain traits and certain things, activities that I see her doing. I choose not to play. Okay. But because I'm not a good guy, I may have some fun activities with that person, but keep it short and sweet within a couple weeks or here and there, so that I don't get attached, because I know me. So, anyway, that's it. Men and women, be careful of the toxic people that you get attracted to, but especially for men, because women can place, because their main tool is manipulation, they can play so many instruments on you and mind F you, that it can really screw up your life. So give me a like, subscribe. Have a great day. God bless.
I'm a narcissist. The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Okay.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird. And then it became like, I will elbow everyone out of the way to play the part. That people will assume is a love story just because like we cast a guy in the movie, right. Andrew Burnap. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
I say, if I'm gonna stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
And we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be. I'm a narcissist.
Dirty word. Your ego has driven you out of truth. You only played yourself, got no game.